Hello, my name's David McCaddon, and I'm a guest speaker and a published author of modern crime thrillers. Before retiring in 2017 to concentrate on my crime writing, I'd worked in computing for over 47 years. Yes, they did exist all that long time ago. I've had a most fascinating career, and for 35 of those years, I've specialised in the design and development of police computer systems. This has involved me working throughout a large number of the UK's police forces and worldwide, working on many major incident investigations. So here are just a few of the talks that I regularly give.
The Life and Crimes of Agatha Christie. I've always been a big fan of Agatha Christie, and speaking as an author myself, I think she really was the queen of crime. In this talk, I look at her life, some of the characters that she created, and of course her own mysterious disappearance. Agatha Christie and the influence of the Mediterranean. Agatha Christie loved travelling, and the crime writer's life was full of mystery and adventure, the novels even more so. This talk takes a closer look at the Mediterranean and Canary Island destinations that shaped the life and inspired the works of the legendary Queen of Crime. The Life and Times of Hercule Poirot, the dapper, moustache-twirling Belgian detective. I delve into those little grey cells and consider the creation and the background behind one of Agatha Christie's most famous characters. Yet, despite being familiar to millions, Poirot himself has remained somewhat of an enigma, until now, of course. A study in Sherlock. In this talk, I look at the creation and background of Sherlock Holmes by Edinburgh-born Sir Arthur Conan Doyle. Who is the character based on, and who was Moriarty? Who is considered to be the most authentic Sherlock Holmes actor, and who was possibly the worst? Why did Conan Doyle try to kill him off? This illustrated talk provides a fascinating insight into one of the world's most famous detectives in books, film, and television. Costa del Crime, the End of an Era. This is a talk I was asked to give on a cruise a few years ago, and it's very popular. I asked the question, is it the end of the era when British criminals on the run could find sanctuary on Spain's southern costas? I look at the changes that have happened since those days when some of the villains from a number of high-profile cases, including the Great Train Robbery and the Brink's-Mat robbery, attempted to escape there. There are quite a few surprises when comparing some of the crimes which span the last 6 decades. The Golden Age of Murder. Here I look at a real-life detective story, investigating how a number of famous crime writers formed a mysterious literary writers' club, setting puzzles and transforming crime fiction in the process. Their work casting new light on unsolved murders, whilst hiding clues to their own innermost darkest secrets and their own complex private lives. Exploring Nordic noir from the happiest countries in the world, a talk which looks at the amazing global appeal in Nordic crime fiction. Yet with Nordic noir, isn't it strange that once again the Nordic countries of Sweden, Norway, Denmark and Finland reign supreme and appear in the top 10 list of happiest countries in the world. Secrets of Bletchley Park, Codes and Codebreakers. Many have heard about Bletchley Park and the Enigma machine and Alan Turing and the vital work that was carried out there to shorten the Second World War. But much less is known about Dilly Knox, a team of Polish mathematicians from the University of Poznan, and a post office engineer called Tommy Flowers, and the vital role that they also played. Hans Christian Andersen, The Fairy Tale of His Life. One of the great figures of world literature, the Danish author is renowned for his children's tales, yet comparatively little is known of his rise from poverty. He once said, "To travel is to live," and this popular talk looks at his worldwide travels, the background of his career, some of his stories, and how his works have reached all corners of the globe. Barnum and Bailey, the real story of the greatest show on earth. This talk looks at the history of this world-famous circus, the struggles and the triumphs, the successes and the failures, examining the origins and the background of the people involved, the world tours and the merger into the most famous circus of all. But some may know the background of P.T. Barnum, but how many know the life of his partner, James Anthony Bailey, and his wife, Ruth McCaddon, who inherited the circus? The Mystery of St. Kilda, the island on the edge of the world. The archipelago of St Kilda is an extreme Atlantic outpost and is one of the few World Heritage Sites in existence, which has been awarded dual status for meeting both natural and cultural criteria for the classification. In this talk, I look at the history of the people on St Kilda, how they survived on this beautiful island in the North Atlantic Ocean before their final evacuation to the Scottish mainland in 1930. The Secret of Treasure Island. I look at how this classic Robert Louis Stevenson novel was inspired and created, inspired by real pirates and hidden treasure. But where is the island location that is described so accurately in the novel? This talk, which will appeal to all ages, is informative, humorous, and entertaining. Where's the whodunit button? The demand for crime investigation solutions is as great worldwide as it is in the UK. I've been privileged to work with police forces in many countries worldwide, and in this talk I share some of that experience and some of the more humorous moments I encountered and how it's inspired my own crime novels. Avoiding cybercrime, pitfalls, dangers and scams. The internet plays an increasingly important role in our lives today, but using this resource should be used with care. In this talk, I consider the pitfalls, the dangers and modern scams, and more importantly, how to overcome them. These are just a few of the topics that I regularly speak on, and I look forward to sharing these with you on board soon. Thank you.